Hey everyone, and welcome back. I want to tell you a story, a real story, about a journey I've been on for the last few years. It's a journey that started with a simple question, a question I'm sure many of you have asked yourselves, especially those of us who grew up in the church, with the Bible always a part of our lives. The question was, what if we've been reading it all wrong? What if the book we hold so dear, the one we've been taught to interpret literally, is actually a treasure map, a sacred code written not for our minds but for our hearts? The story I'm about to share isn't about tearing down our faith. Oh, quite the opposite. It's about building it up, making it stronger, more vibrant, and alive than you could ever imagine. It all started for me a few years ago. I was feeling a bit stagnant. My prayer life felt rote, and I felt like I was just going through the motions. I loved Jesus, of course, but I had this nagging feeling that there was more. More depth, more truth, more Jesus. So I did what anyone would do. I started digging. I went back to the beginning, to the stories I'd heard 1,000 times. The Garden of Eden, the story of Noah, the Exodus. I read them again, but this time something felt different. It was like I was looking at a familiar painting, but someone had just wiped away a layer of dust, revealing colors and details I had never seen before. I remember the moment it hit me. I was sitting with a cup of coffee, reading the creation story. It's a beautiful, majestic account, right? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and I've always understood that literally. But then a thought popped into my head, completely unbidden. What if the heavens and the earth weren't just planets and sky? What if they were something else entirely? A code, a secret hidden in plain sight. I started to get this crazy idea, a feeling of pure joy and excitement bubbling up inside me. It was like I had just found the first clue to an amazing treasure hunt. I felt like a little kid again on Christmas morning, about to open the best gift ever. I had this profound realization. Oh my goodness, what if the Bible isn't a history book at all? And let me tell you, that single thought changed everything for me. My perspective shifted, and suddenly, the stories weren't just about people and places from thousands of years ago. They were about me. They were about you. They were about the very fabric of our being, our fears, our triumphs, our spiritual DNA. I started seeing things differently, and it was the most exciting thing in the world. Think about the Garden of Eden. We've been taught it was a physical place, a perfect paradise. But what if Eden is a state of being? What if it's the innocent, pure state of a human soul before it's been exposed to the duality of the world? It's that place of pure oneness, of harmony, where we are fully connected to God. And the tree of the knowledge of good and evil? It's not a physical tree, but a choice. The moment we choose to step out of that innocent unity and into the world of judgment and separation, we fall from grace. It's not a fall from a place, it's a fall from a state of being. And Adam and Eve? They're not just the first man and woman. They're archetypes. They're a blueprint for every single one of us. Adam is that first spark of consciousness, that feeling of I am. And Eve, she represents our desires, our intuition, our emotions. We've always seen her as the one who brought sin into the world, but what if her choice wasn't about sin at all? What if it was the necessary step for humanity to awaken? Without that choice, we would still be in a state of blissful ignorance, beautiful and pure, but without the capacity for true self-awareness, for choice, for our own journey back to God. What a revelation. It makes so much sense when you think about it that way. Now, if you're finding this as fascinating as I am, you're going to want to stick around, because this is just the beginning. We're going to dive into the stories of the Bible and see what's really there, hidden beneath the surface. Trust me, it's mind-blowing. And if you're feeling that same little spark of curiosity, that same excitement I did, then you're ready for this. You're ready to see the Bible in a whole new way. And a simple way to not miss a single moment of this journey is to hit that subscribe button and join our little community here. We're all on this treasure hunt together. We've talked about Adam, Eve, and the garden as a code, a map for our own inner journey. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. What about the rest of the Bible? What about Jesus himself? When you start to read the Gospels with this new lens, a sense of wonder and awe starts to build up inside you. You begin to see that Jesus wasn't just a teacher of commandments and moral lessons. He was a master storyteller, a master architect of spiritual awakening. Think about the parables. Why did he speak in parables? The disciples asked him that very question, and his answer is one of the most profound things I've ever read. He said, "To you it has been given to know the secrets of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it has not been given." Now, for the longest time, I thought that was a bit harsh. Why would Jesus want to hide the truth from people? But I've come to realize that's not what he was doing at all. He was giving them a code. He was speaking in a frequency that bypassed the intellectual mind and went straight to the heart, straight to the soul. He knew that you can't truly teach spiritual truth. You can only activate it. You can only give someone the key and let them unlock the door themselves. The parables weren't just stories. They were vibrational keys designed to awaken something sleeping within us. And when you finally hear that call, when you finally feel that spark, wow, what a feeling. It's like the universe just winked at you. Take the story of the prodigal son. We've always been taught it's about a father's forgiveness, and of course it is. But what if it's more? What if the son is us? What if the far country isn't a physical place, but the state of being lost in our own ego, our own desires, our own need for control? We leave the Father's house, that place of connection and belonging, and we squander our inheritance, our inner light, our sacredness. We trade it for temporary comfort and distraction. And that moment when we finally come to our senses, when we decide to go home, that's not just a moral choice. It's a spiritual awakening, a moment of profound revelation. The Father running to meet us isn't just a symbol of God's love. It's the universe, the sacred, welcoming us back into alignment. And what about the pearl of great price? A merchant sells everything he has to buy one perfect pearl. We've been told that the pearl is heaven or salvation. But what if the pearl is your own soul? What if it's the profound truth of who you are, buried beneath all your roles, all your achievements, all your need to be enough for others? Jesus is saying that this truth, this divine spark within you, is the most valuable thing in the universe. It's worth everything. It's worth leaving behind all the noise, all the distractions, all the false selves we build. And what a beautiful, beautiful idea that is. It reframes the entire purpose of our faith. It's not just about a set of rules or about waiting for salvation. It's about becoming, about remembering who we are. It's about a journey of unveiling, of peeling back the layers of forgetting to reveal the sacred self within. The parables, the stories of Jesus, they're not just something we listen to. We are the stories. We are the prodigal son. We are the lost sheep. We are the pearl buried in the field. It's been us all along. This is the beauty of this path. It's a personal invitation from Jesus himself. It's a call to look within, to listen to that inner voice, to find the kingdom of heaven not up in the clouds, but right here, right now, inside of you. It's a journey that never ends, and it gets more exciting with every step. If this is resonating with you, if you're feeling that thrill of discovery, then you're on the right path. Don't let this moment fade. We're just getting started. There is so much more to uncover. If you haven't yet, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll be sharing more of these discoveries, and I truly believe this journey is meant to be shared. Your support helps us continue to create content that can help others on their own awakening. We've journeyed through the parables, seen how Jesus spoke in code, not to hide the truth, but to activate it within us. Now let's talk about the final and perhaps most mysterious book of the Bible, Revelation. For centuries, it has been a source of fear and confusion, a prophecy of chaos, destruction, and the end of the world. But what if, like the other stories we've explored, Revelation is not a literal timeline of events, but a blueprint for our personal transformation? The very word apocalypse doesn't mean destruction. It means unveiling or disclosure. And what is being unveiled? Not a terrifying beast or a global catastrophe. What is being unveiled is you. Revelation is the final, ultimate unveiling of the truth that was always within you. It's the dissolution of the false self, the collapse of illusion, and the return to your divine nature. It's not the end of the world. It's the end of the world as you know it. Think about the beast in Revelation. We've been taught it's a monster, a figure of pure evil. But what if the beast is the unexamined ego? The part of us that hungers for control, for power, for material comfort, all while forgetting its own soul. What if Babylon isn't a city of sin, but the modern-day addiction to distraction, to surface-level living, where the sacred is traded for entertainment and truth is forgotten in the noise? The trumpets aren't warnings of wrath. They're calls to wake up, echoes that shatter illusion and call the sleeping self to rise. And the New Jerusalem? It's not a city in the clouds. It's you, reborn. A soul finally remembered, a body filled with light. It's the inner temple restored, where the divine and human are reunited. It's not about escaping the earth, but about illuminating it. This is the Great Awakening, the moment you realize that heaven wasn't lost. It was just hidden, waiting to be seen again with awakened eyes. What an incredible realization. The apocalypse isn't something that's coming. It's already begun within you. This is the final message of the Bible, the ultimate spiritual blueprint. It's the story of a return, not to the past, but to the truth that was always there, etched into our very bones. It's the story of a garden where the divine still walks. It's the story of a vessel, the ark that you build with stillness and presence to carry you through the floods of life. It's the story of a sea that parts for you every time you choose faith over fear. Jesus wasn't just a historical figure. He's a living blueprint for our own becoming. He is the voice in the wilderness, and he is the one who finally hears it. He is the lost sheep and the prodigal child and the pearl buried in the field. He is all of it made new. The cross isn't just a burden, it's an awakening. The stone isn't just a grave marker, it's something you roll away every time you rise from something that tried to bury you. This journey is not about blind belief. It's about a deeper knowing, a cellular remembrance of who you truly are. The stories of the Bible are not ancient myths. They are a timeless method for transformation. They are a frequency still being broadcast, a truth still unfolding through your breath, through your becoming. So what now? You build your ark, moment by moment. You listen for the burning bush in quiet places. You part the sea every time you choose love over numbness. You remember that you are the sacred text, still unfolding, still revealing. This was never just a video. It was an invitation, an activation. The old world may try to keep you asleep, but the codes have already been planted. The word is already within you. The scroll is already open. The seals are breaking. And the light that once only visited temples now lives inside you. It moves with your breath. This is the path. And this time, you walk it with your eyes open. If this story has stirred something in you, don't let it fade. Share this message with those you think are ready to remember. And if you're new here, don't just subscribe to a channel, subscribe to the flame this community protects. The sacred signal must travel. Join us and let's walk this path together.